Hey, what's up everybody? Good morning. It is 7, oh, I didn't stop my watch. I just stopped it. I just went for a run, which I have been really lazy on lately. But I'm gonna try and change that this week. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We are up packing. Got the fifth wheel behind me. You guys see that? Got the fifth wheel behind me. And we're getting ready to go on a trip. And so I thought it was appropriate for me to make you guys a video, give you an update where my gear stuff is at, tell you a little secret I've been hiding from you and what I'm planning on doing over the next week. So let's first start with the secret that I had. It's not a big secret, but how do I say this? Okay, never mind, scratch that. Let's talk about the state of gear right now. I think that's probably the appropriate place to start. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you guys will have seen that I've been shooting some photos with this beauty right here. This right here is the Olympus Pen-F. It's one of my favorite cameras I've ever owned, up there with the X100V and others, because frankly I like the rangefinder style. It's a premium build, there's no screws showing, and Micro Four Thirds, one of the big benefits of it is you can get a fast piece of glass like the 17-1/8. It feels premium and it still stays really small in your hands. I like this lens in particular. I'm falling in love with 35mm. I used to be a lot of 50. It has a focus clutch, which I really like, and I've been shooting with this. I also have the 25-1.8, and I have that as well. But the reason why I really like this camera is because in terms of camera philosophy, I've really come down to, like, you need a passion camera, and you need a camera that's small, and then you also need like a serious camera. And this camera kind of fits the bill for both. It's the passion camera because it's beautiful, it's aesthetically pleasing, it's fun to hold and fun to use, but it's also small, right? I can throw this in a little bag and it's no big deal. The other reason why I got this camera is because of these two little knobs, or this knob right here. I like to post-process, but not all the time. And so what I like about this camera is it has one of my favorite, up there, or probably equal to, or maybe even better than Acros. It has one of my favorite black and white profiles. It's on this mono setting right here. And that is mono setting 2. It looks like Tri-X. Additional to that, there's also the color setting right here, which has color profile 2, which has a real kind of punchy color thing. So I really like that. I picked up the Pen-F. It's in really good shape. I think I got this from a guy in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is like an hour and a half from my house. It has like 1,000 something shutter counts on it, and I got these two lenses. Didn't get a smoking deal on it, but nonetheless, good deal. So that's one camera. Okay, the other piece of gear that I got, and this is actually relevant to the vacation coming up and going on, what I'm going to do, is inside this right here. So I had, you guys know, I had the Moment 6-liter bag. That was great for something where I had bigger shoots or something I was bringing bigger lenses, but it was a little too big, so I picked up the 3-liter bag from Peak Design. The tags are still on it, and I'm going to be using this. But inside here is the secret. So you guys know I made the A7 IV video. I got some flack from people. And what I was really doing is saying, hey, for $2,400, body alone, is the improvements in the lens selection, is it that much better than alternatives out there? And so the alternative was, a camera I've had before several times, but they had a good deal on it, was the S5. So if you guys didn't know, I think the sale's over now, but the S5 was on sale with the 20-60, which I think is one of, if not the best kit lens with a camera ever, because of its 20mm focal length, and I think it does a good job rendering output for a zoom lens with a variable aperture. But they also had the 85-1.8 included, all for $21.97. Okay, so picture that. The S5, the 20-60, and the 85-1.8 can be a full kit for some people for $21.97 versus an A7 IV, which is $2,400. There's no denying that the A7 IV has better autofocus in video, specifically. But I'll tell you, outside of that, I didn't think it was that much better in other areas. So this is actually what I'm bringing on my trip. I'm leaving the 20-60 home. You don't have that here. What I am bringing with me is this right here, which is the Sigma 35mm f2 DGDN lens. And because I really want to get to simplicity, I'm not trying to change a bunch of lenses. I'm not bringing the Pen-F with me. And I'm bringing this camera specifically for 2 reasons. Well, 3 reasons. One, I want full frame, which doesn't matter a ton, but that's one reason, not the number one reason. 2, I want the 35mm focal length, which again the Pen-F has. It's not the only reason. But I want the ability to shoot video, and the Pen-F doesn't really do that really good. All in one, because what I'm going to do is do a little project with this for my kids, and something I'm going to make, and I'll show you guys probably at the end of it. I'll be shooting video and photo. And so what I've got this thing set up as right now is, I'll show you guys on C1 and C2 and C3. My C1 is photos. C2 is regular 4K video. And then C3 is 120 frames per second. And it's ripped between those. For my video, I built a custom profile. I'll explain that in a later video. Hopefully you guys like it. It's different. And then for C1, I've got everything set in like one area plus human detection, continuous autofocus. The only caveat with this setup is that Sigma lenses do not video autofocus as well on Panasonic bodies. And so that might be a little struggle, but with what I'm trying to shoot, I can kind of cut out the slower focusing issues. The 20-60, I made a video with it last week just for myself internally. I didn't show you guys. Did a really, really good job focusing. In fact, I've shot 2 videos with the 20-60 on this channel. You guys haven't noticed, so it goes to tell you something. But yeah, I'm gonna be carrying this around, shooting 95% of what I'm gonna be shooting on the Sigma 35 f2, yeah, in videos and that kind of stuff. Now, I could have got the 35-1.8, which would have better autofocus, but I like the aperture ring on this, and I like the way the Sigma lenses render, so I'm going with that. I might change my mind down the road, but I'm gonna try that this week. The other ones I'm bringing with me is what came with the kit. This is the 85 1.8. And that's just because really there's a couple shots I have in mind where 35 millimeters won't do it. Even 60 on the 20-60 might not do it. So I'm bringing that with me just in case I need the longer focal length. This is my longest focal length for the system that I have. And what we're gonna be doing is, I'll show you guys on the map right here, going from my house, which is here in the suburbs of Detroit, up to Clear Lake, which is near Atlanta, Michigan. We're staying there for 3 nights. Then we're going all the way to the top of the UP in Ishpeming, gonna go up to Copper Harbor on a day trip, spend about 4 or 5 nights up there, and come back and go to the Straits of Mackinac Park, which is right by the Mackinac Bridge, which there's pictures along the way that I wanna get of everything. There's waterfalls, there's bridges, and mostly just document my family's vacation, and that's where the 35 f2 comes into play. It's a great documentary lens. I want the f2 for the faster aperture, for low light situations. So that's what we're going with. That's kind of a state of the state. I'll be trying to make like YouTube shorts along the way. I might even try and shoot some astro one night, 'cause sometimes the stars are beautiful up there. I don't shoot astro ever, but I might try to learn. And I'll bring you guys along with me. I just feel like I owed you guys an update video because I haven't made one in a while, so that's what this is. Pen-F is in my arsenal, but I'm not bringing it. S5, 35 f2, and the 85 1.8. That's what's coming with me in the Peak Design 3-liter bag. And getting ready to go. So if you guys want to follow along, I will be making little shorts, like I said, on YouTube if I can figure that out, and maybe even putting some Instagram stories up along the way. So I'll see you guys in the next video, which might be a week or 2 out. We'll see. See ya. Bye.